This morning I'm going to start on Southern chicken and dumplings. They are absolutely delicious, so let's get started on Darlene's table. All right, we're starting out with the chicken. This is a 3.5 pound chicken that I've cut in half. I'm adding a little water because I've already put the heat on the pot. And now the celery, onion, and the parsley. Now I'm adding the black pepper and the turmeric and the salt. It doesn't take much turmeric. And I'm going to add the rest of the water that I didn't put in. It was a total of 8 cups. So I'm going to let this come to a boil and then we'll cover it up. This is really going to be so good. All right, so I just turned the chicken over, cover it up, put it down on low. After 30 minutes, I've added the carrots in. I didn't put the carrots in at the beginning because I didn't want them to be mush. So after 30 minutes of boiling the chicken, I've added the carrot. We're going to cover it up and go another 30 minutes. And now it's ready. I'm going to remove the chicken, let it cool just a little once I get it in the bowl so that I can take the meat off the bones. We don't want any skin or bones in our chicken and dumplings. So I've turned the heat off for now. I'm setting the chicken aside to cool. So it's not completely cool, but I can handle it. I'm going to remove all the meat, put it in a bowl to be added back to our dumplings after we cook the dumplings. There's our chicken. It'll go in after we've cooked the dumplings. So we'll start with 2 cups of flour. I've added the poultry seasoning and salt and baking soda now. I'm going to mix this real well. These are the dry ingredients. I'm adding 3 tablespoons of Crisco. You can use lard, but I can't always find a good quality lard, so Crisco's great. Now I'm going to work this in like a pie crust. It's not near as much shortening as goes in a pie crust, but that's how I'm working it in. You want it, kind of like cornmeal, crumbly. You don't want to see large pieces of Crisco. Okay, I believe this is ready. I'm going to add part of the buttermilk in and work it in with my hands. Starting to get sticky, but we'll need all the buttermilk. Now the rest of the buttermilk. It's holding together, so if I squeeze it, it holds together well. I'm going to flour it. And pour out this dough. I'm going to work it back into a ball on the floured board. It's holding together well. Okay. I'm not really kneading it like you would bread. I'm just getting it all together so it sticks into a cohesive ball of dough. Make sure there's plenty of flour here. Be sure to flour your rolling pin. Now, I'm going to flatten the dough ball out some and start to roll it out. Somewhere between 1/4 and 1/2 inch, depending on how thick you want your dumplings. I did mine kind of in between 1/4 and 1/2. You can make them thinner if you want. It's your preference. So I'm just going to, in a moment, I'm going to use a regular knife. I'm not pressing down hard. There's no need to. And I'm just going to cut through this dough and make the strips. Now you can use a pastry roller, you know, that's got a fluted edge if you wish. You can use anything like that to cut these out. I'm just doing it the way my mother did. Cut the edges lightly. I'm gonna use these pieces, these uneven pieces. I'm not gonna leave out any of these dumplings. But for now, we'll cut the strips in long strips, and then I'll come back and cut them again. Now I'm going to cut these pieces because I don't want them more than, you know, 2.5 inches. No more than 3 anyway. Now I'm going to dust these with flour. I want them dusted with flour on both sides. That helps to thicken up your broth a little bit. I'm going to dust them real well with flour, and then I'm going to shake off the excess. I have my broth behind me. I'm trying to bring it back up to a boil. So see, I'm shaking off the excess flour. All right, looks like this broth is about ready. We're going to drop the dumplings in. After they're all dumped in, I'm going to bring this to a boil. Then I'm going to cut it back to a low simmer. These are going to be so good. If you try this recipe, I think you will really like it. The dumplings hold together, but yet they puff up some. And it was even better the next day. The dumplings softened up a little, but they stayed together. They didn't turn mushy or fall apart. All right. Once they're all in and it's come to a boil, I'm going to reduce the heat to simmer. Let it cook for 8 to 10 minutes. There you go, it's starting to boil. Okay, I'm going to cut this back, cut the heat back some. Once it's covered, it'll cook 8 to 10 minutes, again, like I said. All right. Now I'm going to taste it, see if I need salt and pepper. All right, I'm going to add the chicken back in and all that goes with it. I'm adding half a cup of heavy cream. Now this would be great served even without the cream. I like it creamy. Again, that's what I was raised on. My mother always did it that way. I just like the cream in it. Now once this is fully heated again, it's ready to serve. There's lots of chicken and lots of broth and lots of dumplings. Southern chicken and dumplings. Classic, good old Southern comfort food on display. Rich and creamy, full of chicken and loaded with soft dumplings. Totally worth the time and effort, I promise. To me, this bowl of dumplings brings back warm memories of when my mom taught me how to make it, and really what a gift it was. It's a bowl of memories. So give this a try, and if you have an aspiring young cook in your family, be sure to teach them how to make this, and give them a memory they can share with their family. Well, that's it for this video. I sincerely appreciate each and every one of you guys, and if you are new to my channel, please consider subscribing and hit the notification bell. I cook every day and try to post a video at least every other day. I'd love to see you again here on Darlene's Table. Have a blessed day.